how could we, among the three of us here, function from the place of unity that you talk about? Is there a way we could do that as an example of the work?
Yeah, to some degree.
Yes.
Just to say that the truth is, to some degree, we are there.
Okay.
All right. There's a certain amount of that we're inside together.
Inside,
that I feel
inside each other.
Yeah, we're kind of inside the space that we're sharing, and that's partly why we're having such a good conversation.
Okay, yes.
The activating principles would be right now, if we were to deepen the sensitivity to the level of how we're influencing each other in the space.
How do we do that? What's the activating?
It's just you pay attention to the influence. So that would be like you watching me and Jeff and us watching you, so that we're more like a jazz.
Right.
So to some degree, no matter what, everyone's always a little bit unconscious as to, how am I affecting your sound, and are we following?
So
and
we're
did someone
jamming out
complete
together.
something?
That's right.
Yeah.
I think Jeff has a solo to play right now.
Okay, good.
All right.
Yeah, see?
Well, no, but that's a great.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Because you begin to realize that the typical way we see ourselves is as separate individuals with things to share, sharing. And this, you say, no, we're making music together. We're doing something. This is not just I chip in my bit, she chips in hers, and you chip in yours. This is your listening is pulling things out of me as much as I'm contributing them.
I'm getting a sense of it. So I'm aware of you, and me, and we're just trying to create this little thing together, this unique little jazz piece, and it's freeform. But you also have been studying. So what's another activating part that will make us pull into unity? More. Yeah, like synchronize our sound. Yes.
Well, part of it is exactly what you're saying, is and what Patricia alluded to earlier, is recognizing that that's already what's happening, and one of the activating principles is engagement. And the way that I would translate that in this moment, and that's the interesting thing, is you translate things differently in every moment depending on what's happening here. But in this moment, I would say there's usually two things that are influencing us. Our own internal ideas about everything, which is in the typical way we are, probably 90% of what's influenced. How many times you're in a conversation with someone, you realize they're not listening to you at all. Right. They're just looking at their own ideas and how their ideas are changing based on what you said. But so one of the activating principles of engagement means really giving my attention to you, really putting myself out into this room. Right. And allowing, so I stop feeling like I'm actually contributing. I start feeling like this is pulling things out of me.
I feel that I do that as an interviewer. It's one of the few places I can really be present, because all the other time. So I'm with you, and I'm here also to learn what my guests have understood and accumulate. So it's like I'm here because I want to pull that out of you, so I can benefit, and of course people watching can benefit. So I mean, so you have certain principles that actually facilitate that.
But it's also recognizing, you can feel also part of a deeper tone that's happening between us that I can feel. Yes. Is that larger than the TV show, larger than our work. There's a place where we are those beings who like to stay on the edge of where things are happening. Yes. Yes. And we want to share that with the world. We want to make to invite more of the world into that.
And as we're doing this, I find it much more satisfying as you dissolve into that than to maintain what I want to say in my ego space. Right. And sharing the space together, it opens me up in ways that expand, what I thought was even possible.
Right. Yeah. Right. Which is that's the whole point. Is that the space between us, as we give ourselves to it, expands what's possible.
Yes, so now we're jamming out.
Right, exactly.
And you can feel there's a little bit of bliss, there's a kind of energy.
But so what do we,
it's
great.
There.
It's great.
But just stay with it. So, here's the thing. Part of what we want to do is we want to push it.
We want to push it. Okay, let's.
Okay, no, don't.
Okay. Oh, we don't. We want to push it, but you want to. You just kind of go. Okay. Then so that you're present to that. You're aware. The activating principles aren't something to do. It's more like you're aware. The beingness.
You're aware of them. It's kind of like a sound. Like if you're playing something, you don't just go boom like that. You're kind of like, okay, can we like tune it up? Can we bring it up? Can we bring it down? You know, you're kind of doing it from here, not from here.